Okay, Rich, I'm going to continue with your lesson review here. And there's two things that are associated in your swing, and the sooner we break one, I think the sooner we'll break the other. And that would be kind of the club getting what we call open at the top, and the fact that the body starts out ahead of the arms. Now that little start that you had there is enough to throw off the timing. Now, one of the things you're doing now is you're doing much less of it, because when we saw the last one, even at impact, you weren't going back this way, okay? And the next thing we got to work on is getting this extension through the ball, so we don't have to chicken wing this. But that's another thing that'll go away with squaring the club face at the top, not making the first move with the upper body through the ball, ahead of the ball, and then we could have room and time to bring the arms down. All right, so I put another model into my system here so I can show you this difference here. We'll give you a good look at this. Okay. I want to get your look at this. I want you to get a look at this, I'm sorry. So we got the face like this, right? And got the face more like this. Okay, so you're going to get rid of that initial roll of your right hand. Okay, so it'll also fix your angle to the ball, because at all points in the swing, the club really should point at the golf ball. Like that. Okay, and you can see how flat your swing gets. Where it points out there, your shoulder turn gets flat, too high, and your club gets flat. So it goes up to the top now. And you go up to the top here. And that's what I mean by open. So that's rolled really, really flat. I think if we made the big effort to, at all times, keep the club looking down at the ball. Looking down at the ball, looking down at the ball, looking down at the ball. Looking down at the ball. And you'll have to do whatever drills it feels like. It's usually in the arms, the rolling of your arms, looking down at the ball. So there's a real good one there for you. Here and here. Okay, this is Rory a few years back, and I put that on there deliberately so you could see what the club face and the position would be. Now, as we go along here and you get to maximize full potential, we're also going to have to get this club so it's so laid off, it's so far pointed over there to the left. Okay, so we want to get it at this point. We hinge and we kind of point it right down the line. Okay, and the shoulders are pretty much on line with that. See how flat the shoulders get and how rolled off and how laid off the club gets. Now you're going to try to, in your backswing, play catch up, and this part of the thing is all swung with your arms because your shoulders have been done a long time ago. Now you're leaning in. And then it has to steepen on the way down. Okay, so when he comes down, I'll show you what I mean by steepen. So what we're trying to do is reverse your loop, Rich. We're trying to get you more upright going back and much flatter coming down. See, there's his club before where it was more upright than yours. There's where his club points there. And at this point, your club is pointed right there. So that's what I mean by steep, and the reason that you have to chicken wing it a little bit because it's so steep. It's pointed in here. But yet going back, it's pointed out there. See, your swing's pretty typical of many club golfers in the fact that it goes back real flat and then you have to steepen it coming down. But if you'll notice these fellas here, they have the different loop to their swing, and I'll show you what I mean by that. That's pointed at the ball. Now watch what happens. It doesn't get steeper. It gets so much flatter. So watch your loop. Flat. Now this is playing catch up. That's the part of your swing that lends itself to inconsistency. He doesn't have all that. He simply takes it up, hinges the wrist, and then brings it back down on plane. So look at the club. It's pointed at or outside the golf ball. For you, what happens is that because it went back so flat, it has to come down real vertical. I assure you that once we get a one-piece backswing instead of several pieces like it's in now, with the club face closed, a lot of this stuff with the steep and the open face goes away. And with your power, if we can get you more consistent, and I assure you that what you're doing with your club, real flat, laid off, and then coming down real steep, is also what's going on in your short shots too. And I'll see you this month, February, before you leave. I'll get you in there for at least half to fix that up for you too, so you'll be a little more functional for the season. And then we'll follow up with you guys going on down the road. Okay? So that's where we're at with it right now, bud. Thanks. Good working with you.